The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Chicken head, chicken feet, chicken necks is all I eat.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the holiday edition of Bucket Full of Chicken Necks. I got a lot of news I want to cover today. I had to throw everybody out of the house so I could get to have the house to myself because now my wife is home on break. My daughter is home on break. I may get excited about a couple things. I don't like anybody in the house when I do my bucket necks, especially chicken necks, especially because it inhibits me. I can't break loose. I can't say how I really feel. I can't get loud. I can't get emotional because my wife thinks I'm crazy. So I sent her out of the house to go to King Super, do whatever you got to do. My daughter just went Christmas shopping. Here I am. I got the floor to myself. There's a lot I want to cover. Before I do, I have to tell you this, man. It's out, baby. It is out. There it is. The You Shoot Vampiro DVD from Kayfabe Commentaries. Look at the cover alone. Who in the history of Kayfabe Commentaries has a cover like that of their DVD? I'll tell you who, only Vampiro. I can't wait to watch this. I just got it yesterday. I was like a little child. Glenn Gilberti, the Disco Inferno, and myself, we're going to break down this video after the new year. We're going to try to determine what stories are true, which have little truths, and which are absolute bullshit, as only Vampiro can tell. I got to read you this subscription that Sean Oliver sent me because I think this is the greatest paragraph of all time. Vampiro feels your questions about WCW, his troubled relationship with Conan, voodoo, drugs, and hooking up with all the telenovela actresses that Univision could serve up. You want stories about sleeping in a morgue? Check. Performing black magic ceremonies at Aleister Crowley's house in Sicily? Check. Witnessing Ming knocking down telephone poles with a thrust of his hand? Check. Outrageous, absolutely uncensored, 100% true? Who cares? It's You Shoot. It's Vampiro. It's available now. KayfabeCommentaries.com. You don't want to miss this. Also, what you don't want to miss, ladies and gentlemen, there are 8 days left to join the brand for less than $1 a week. Less than 8 days left. And you'll get access to everything. I'll tell you right now, these are just some of the shows I have in the can. I have in the can Chris Dickerson and Kimberly. These are the independent workers where there was an intergender match, and Chris got really, really physical with Kimberly. I didn't like it. I had an issue with it. I had both of them on the show so I could hear their sides of the story. That's going to air in the next coming weeks. Ed Ferrara, I got Pete Gass, James Storm, Simon Diamond, Magnus from TNA. I had a 3-hour interview with Magnus yesterday. He drops the dime on TNA, man. He's honest. He tells it the way it is. It really, really got interesting with Magnus yesterday. You can have all this for less than $1 a month. You just go to VinceRussoBrand.com. You use the code word brand. And again, there's no long-term commitment. You could go in and out a month. It doesn't matter. But again, your support is how we maintain this show. So your renewals are just as important to us if you're already a member. Okay, I've got some things that I want to talk about here. I first want to start with fantasy football. Jeff Lane and myself, we were in the Realm Network League. There were 10 teams in the league. Jeff and myself made it to the final 4 teams. So there were 2 games this past Sunday. Now, I got to tell you something. I was doing everything I could possibly do to try to win this league because I told Jeff if we won, I was going to give him all the money. It was only $200, but at least it was $200 that I could have given to Jeff. Because quite frankly, with what I make from the brand right now, I mean, I can't even pay my own bills. So Jeff does a lot of this stuff as a volunteer. I get him what I can. So I really wanted to get him, this $200. Well, this past Sunday, we got absolutely blown out when Kirk Cousins of the Redskins and the Redskin tight end, I don't even know who the idiot was, went absolutely ballistic. They got 62 points combined. Meanwhile, we had a McCoy for the Bills who got hurt and got us 3 points. We got blown out. I'm so sick of fantasy football. There is no skill involved whatsoever in fantasy football. Guys get hurt every single week. Guys get hurt during the games. You could make it all the way to the final, get your quarterback hurt in the first quarter, and you're done. I am done with fantasy football. I am not playing in another fantasy football league. I don't have that kind of time to waste. It's nothing but luck. There's no skill involved. I don't even think I'm playing fantasy baseball anymore. I'm done with all the fantasy stuff. I had a good run in fantasy football. I had a good run in fantasy baseball. Probably a good shoot, man. I probably started playing fantasy sports in about maybe 98. So, over a good 15, 17 years. I think I'm done with it, especially football. 16 weeks. It's all luck. I'm absolutely done with that. Jeff, I will figure out another way to make some more cash so that I could pay you. But fantasy football, please. And anybody who tells you they're an expert, they're full of crap. There's no expertise in fantasy football. All there is luck. I want to talk about a couple topics today. Richard Simmons has pulled himself out of the public eye and has now been living in seclusion for the last 2 years. I don't know if you remember who Richard Simmons is. He was that workout guru, sweating to the oldies, like all the, women, especially older women, they used his, his exercise policy, deal a meal. Remember, deal a meal was the big diet. Richard Simmons was all over the place. I know when I was in college, Richard Simmons was on General Hospital. That's kind of where he got discovered. But anyway, he had enough and he ducked out of society. He's been living in the shadows now for the past 2 years. And I got to tell you, here's the reason why I bring that up. I've been living in my office for the last 4 years. I think February is going to be 4 years since I left TNA. And I got to tell you, I've been going nuts for 4 years. I am not the same person. I've changed dramatically. Depression really affects me more now than it ever did before. Look, when your livelihood is taken from you and you are no longer doing what you did for the good part of 20 years, you kind of feel a little lost. You kind of lose your own identity. And I'll be honest, I've been going stir crazy for the last 4 years, not waking up and going to a job every day, not being around people. All my friends are in the wrestling business. So let's face it, I spend a lot of time by myself in this office doing these podcasts. So how a guy elects to drawing out of society and keeping to himself and making his home his own prison, I don't understand. Listen, I'm not a social guy. I'm not a social butterfly. The fact of the matter is, I really don't like talking to people I don't know. But really having no contact for the last 4 years has really put a damper on my life. It's really changed me. And I got to tell you, I just can't see anybody doing this by choice. My first hope is I hope Richard Simmons is okay. and he's not sick or he's not battling a disease or something like that, that he's not talking about. But man, how anybody can I'm sorry, my microphone just fell. How anybody can make the choice to live in seclusion is just very, very hard for me to really understand and comprehend. Okay, let me get on to my next topic. I'm trying to adjust my microphone, which just fell on me. Hold on, everybody. Okay, that should be okay. All right, I got Kardashian news. First of all, Kim just started this new app. The name of it escapes me. It's an app. And I think what it is I think it's like all these little avatars you can use that has something to do with Kim Kardashian, like a lipstick, her big, fat, huge backside, a money sign, like all these cute little avatars that relate to Kim Kardashian, you can get through the Apple app. Now, here's the deal. The first day this became available to the public, she blew up Apple, iTunes, the Apple Store, because 9,000 people a minute were trying to get this ridiculous, stupid app. The app costs $2. So in other words, $18,000 a minute was being spent to get this ridiculous Kim Kardashian app that had a huge, big, fat avatar of her butt. I swear to God, man, I don't care if you're 12, 13, 14. It doesn't matter to me. I want to know who are these nimrods that are 9,000 strong per minute, paying $2 to get this ridiculous Kim Kardashian ad to put more money in her pocket. I don't understand this. What is it with you people and this Kim Kardashian? I don't get it. Somebody needs to explain it to me. She really doesn't look like that. She's had so many freaking facial and body surgeries out the yin-yang. If people like idolize her, that they want to look like her, I hope you got millions and millions of dollars that you could spend on plastic surgery. That's the only way you're going to look like that. So, like, I don't understand. She pays people to be her slaves when slavery went out with Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. What is the appeal with you people? 9,000 people downloading this Kim Kardashian ridiculous app. Please, man, give the money to freaking charity. Give the money to cancer research. To children's hospitals. Give it to the war veterans. My God, $18,000 a minute to get a cartoon of Kim Kardashian's big, fat, huge backside. What is wrong with you people? Stop already. Enough. And here's the other one. Khloe's got her own website. Now, all of a sudden, in the last week, Khloe's been putting nude shots up on her app of her nude, okay? The first one that came out, we see her backside. Listen, I'm not exaggerating. Her backside is the size of a cow. Listen, I've seen cows roam in fields and eat grass, black and white spotted cows. I've seen cows, and you usually see in the cow's backside because they usually got their whole face down in the grass grazing because all they do is eat. So Khloe puts this picture up of her backside and her like looking behind her back like, ooh, look at my backside. And it's freaking huge. It's not attractive. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. When I look at the size of Khloe Kardashian's butt that she puts out there for everybody to see, Here's the first thing that comes to my mind. I can't imagine how huge her craps are. With a butt that big, you got to take like a dump of like, I don't know, a donkey, a small cow, I don't know, a Saint Bernard, a greyhound. When your butt is that huge, you've got to take huge dumps, and that's the only thing I can think of when she parades it around. It's not attractive. I don't know who thinks that is attractive. And then today she put another one on there where she's showing the nip. Here's the bottom line. This is what I don't understand. Obviously, she's putting these pictures up on her app so people buy the app. I think it's $5 a month or whatever. So if you slap down $5, we could see Chloe's huge backside, and now we get a nip slip of Chloe. Here's the problem with that theory. Once it's out there, it can be picked up and it can be posted all over the worldwide interweb for free, just like TMZ put it up. So if anybody wants to see that, they can find it on the web. They don't have to subscribe to her website. So that's what I don't understand. Once it's out there and you want to see it, you can see it. So, you know, she's doing the huge butt, she's doing the nip slip as advertising for people to get the app. Listen, if we wanted to see that, we can see it without paying for the app. But and listen, it's not attractive. It's really not attractive. Listen, I'm a 55-year-old. I'm a fat, huge man. I'm 240 pounds today. I'm going on a diet January 1st. But I'm telling you, one butt cheek of mine, one freaking butt cheek of mine is smaller than both of Khloe Kardashians. Wait, is that right? One butt cheek of mine is smaller than both. I don't know if I said that right. What I'm trying to get across is half of my butt size. My butt would look like a Victoria's Secret model's compared to the caboose that Khloe Kardashian is pulling around town, wherever she lives, Calabasas, wherever she lives. One half of my butt would look more attractive than the whole freaking enchilada you get with this woman. It's not if any guys find that attractive, a huge ass, please let me know. Because it's not attractive. It's freaky. It's not normal looking. And you're going to parade it around in all its glory for everybody to see. Who's interested in that? Let me know if you're interested in big fat backsides. Maybe one day I'll show you mine for free. Everybody's talking about Miss Colombia and Miss Universe with Colombia and Philippines. And everybody's talking about how Steve Harvey absolutely messed up. Very embarrassing moment. Something he'll never forget. The WWE tried to do a parody of it last night with the R-Truth, and it was absolutely horrible. It couldn't have been worse. Sorry, guys. But here's the thing that nobody is saying. Steve Harvey says it was clearly written on the paper that Miss Colombia was the first runner-up, that he made a mistake. Here's why Steve Harvey made a mistake that nobody's talking about. The reason Steve Harvey made a mistake was because Miss Colombia should have won the pageant. Miss Colombia was gorgeous, 10 times more beautiful than Miss Philippines. No offense. She looked like a younger version of Sophia Viagra, whatever her name is. You know who I'm talking about. Modern Family. She looked like a younger version of her. Miss Colombia was absolutely gorgeous. So Steve Harvey looked at the two girls. In his opinion, Colombia won. She was hotter. So that's why he made the mistake, even though it was written on the paper. So, like, that leads me to what are the judges looking at? I mean, Miss Columbia was clearly better looking than Miss Philippines. No offense. Steve Harvey messes the whole thing up because he's looking at the two, and he knows Miss Columbia is better looking. Like every guy watching the show, who's voting for this thing? Miss Columbia was the hotter, better looking chick. Period. End of story. So I don't blame Steve Harvey for messing up. He assumed that the hotter chick won the pageant. And I don't blame him. Who's voting for these pageants that the runner-up actually wins the contest? Here's a topic. I don't even like talking about this. I'm looking at my list. I'm getting excited now. I'm a little out of breath. Vampiro, I haven't even watched this yet. When you watch this, it'll be December 23rd. It's December 22nd now. Right now, it's Tuesday. Okay? I pretty much got all my Christmas shopping done. We went through this last year. I've got all my Christmas shopping done except what I'm going to get for the spoiled, rotten brat diva. Because no matter what you get her, it's a loss. No matter what you get her, she will hate. No matter what you get her, she will cut a promo on you come Christmas morn. And it always starts with, why'd you get me this, Dad? Do you still have the receipt? Of course I have the receipt. When I've been going through this since she's 13 years old, she's 20 now, I know that no matter what I buy her, she's going to return. I'll tell you what I did last year, and you know this is a shoot if you were following me here on the brand. I'll tell you what I did last year. I got her the most hideous socks I could find because my whole deal was, you know what? If you're going to bring back my gift, I'm going to buy a gift that you should bring back, that deserves to go back to the store. So I went to a store that she will absolutely not be caught dead in because it is so beneath her, Walmart, and I found the most hideous, ugly pair of socks ever made by human hands. And I bought her the socks. And I took great joy in her face of disgust when she opened them. I took great joy in her having to go all the way back to Walmart to return the socks. So now we're at the same exact point again. I have no idea what to get this girl. It's 3 days away. As a matter of fact, I'm doing this podcast a day early. So I have the time to go out and look for something for this diva of a girl. Every year I go through this, it drives me crazy. You cannot get her something that she likes. Everything you buy her, she's going to have something to say about it. Any suggestions, please, I'm open. Let me know. Help me out because I'm tired. Every Christmas morning, I get chewed up. I get spit out. And listen, I really try. I do put some effort into it. I don't know what to get this girl. Please help me. All right, it's album of the week time. I'm going to share one of my faves with you, and I'll tell you why. Stop Making Sense, the Talking Heads, okay? I believe this is one of the greatest live albums of all time, and if you can find the DVD, it's a little hard to find right now. If you could find the TVT, it is absolutely phenomenal. Here's the thing about the Talking Heads. Not only are they a great band, not only are they unique, not only are they a great sound, not only when you hear a Talking Heads band do you know it's them, but David Byrne, the lead singer of Talking Heads, is an artist. Talking Heads had some of the very first music videos on MTV. The one that really stands out in my mind is Once in a Lifetime, which was maybe the greatest music video of all time. But David Byrne is a conceptual artist. He's very creative. He thinks outside of the box. That's why I'm a big fan of Talking Heads. That's why I'm a big fan of Stop Making Sense, maybe the best album. Psycho Killer, Swamp, Slippery People, Burning Down the House, Girlfriend is Better, Once in a Lifetime, What a Day That Was, Life During Wartime, Take Me to the River. You know what's the funny thing about the Talking Heads? I can sing word for word to like every Talking Head song that there is, but I don't know the titles of their songs. Is that like the weirdest thing? Like, I know Once in a Lifetime because that was very famous. I know Burning Down the House because that's the lyrics. Burning down the house. I sang that like Gene Simmons for you. Little David Byrne, little Gene Simmons. But I can sing every song, but I never know the titles of their song, which is like weird to me. I don't know what it is with me and Talking Heads. Stop Making Sense. You will play this album over and over and over again. Look for the DVD. Look for those early clips. Go to Google, man, and search the YouTube video for Once in a Lifetime. Unbelievable. Those were the early days of MTV. God, man, we're probably looking at 30 years ago. Unbelievable. I think that's it. I think I covered everything I want to cover today. I seriously now I have to go out. I got to look for a gift for Annie. Everybody else is taken care of except her. Everybody else was easy. I don't know what to get. Part of me was thinking, do I get her a turntable and a couple of speakers? She could put up in her room. She knows I love the vinyl. But then I know on the other side of the coin, everything is with the iPhone. All her music is in the iPhone. She's always listening to the iPhone. Will she hear records? Will she listen to records? Will she appreciate records the way I do? I don't think she will. But I don't know what else to get her. Any suggestions, please let me know in the next couple of days. That's it, everybody. Listen, here's the game plan. There's going a swerve is going to go up hopefully on Thursday. Jeff and myself are going to do Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Dirt on Thursday. Thursday is Christmas Eve, so we're not sure when the shows are going to be posted. We don't post them ourselves. They got to go through Realm. Listen, it's Christmas Eve. Realm deserves a break. Realm will get them up, but I'm not sure exactly when. We are going to skip anything but freaking wrestling this week because that is a free show and we don't have time with Christmas to get everything done. So there you have it, everybody. I wanted to remind you, Kelly Klein, Women of Honor from Ring of Honor, was just put up, Vixens Who Rule, on Monday. Simon Diamond, one of my best friends in the business, right up there with Disco Inferno. I interviewed him for the very first time. That's going to be up hopefully on Thursday. But, just keep checking the content shelf. The stuff would be there. But listen, as it's the holiday season, I want to really thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for all the support that you have shown me. Listen, man, not only the wrestling business, not only, what I've endured at WWE, TNA, WCW, not only all that, but, it goes back to when I first started podcasting on Pyro and Ballyhoo. And, I'm not going to get into it. I don't like talking about it. It's not worth talking about. But let's just say that that business came to an abrupt end that I wasn't expecting, that I didn't see. There was a lot of backlash, again, a lot of people pointing the fingers at me that I purposely ripped off, subscribers, and I purposely screwed my fans. All the haters came out of everywhere. Me, I knew the truth. I knew what happened. I knew I had to rebuild. I knew I had to find a responsible partner, as I did in Realm Network. And I knew that slowly but surely I would start building the brand again in a situation that I never had to worry about. And that's exactly what I did. But the only reason I was able to do it is the support of all of you that had faith in me, had trust in me, believed what I told you. knew I wouldn't go back on my word, and are still here with me. As it's Christmas, the day of the Lord, which we should all remember and not forget. That's what it's all about. I want to, from the bottom of my heart, through this screen, just pass along all my love to all of you. It's been a tough year. It's been tough for me since I've been out of the mainstream wrestling business, but it's you people every day that help get me through it. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. I want to tell you that I love you. I want to tell you have a great holiday with your family. Spend time with those that you love. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great Christmas. I will see you in a couple of days.
The people want to hear from me, Rob Van Dam.
Timeline, the history of ECW, the series that retells hardcore history, presents Rob Van Dam covering 1999.
I looked at WWE as a sellout. I didn't want to go there.
This no-holds-barred interview with superstar RVD reveals all about ECW in 99.
Okay, drinking with a beer. What was that? He said morphine.
This and more spellbinding editions of the series available at shootinterviews.com.